What if I told you training martial arts would not only improve your martial arts skills, but also every single aspect of your life? Would you consider listening and applying all these things I'm gonna tell you in today's video? Let's go ahead and dive in. So we know martial arts as a system to help us develop discipline, confidence, and of course, make us capable fighters. With so many different martial arts styles out there, it's really hard not to find one that suits your needs. If you wanna learn how to throw hands, boxing. If you want to be able to grapple pretty well, judo, wrestling, submit people, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, mix in punches, kicks, Muay Thai, kickboxing. If you really just want to express crazy and fluid-like movement, capoeira is the way to go. Every single person on this planet should take up some form of martial arts to not only improve your confidence, your skill set, learn how to fight, but it's nothing like having some type of style that's attached to your name that you can take for the rest of your life. And you can even teach others in the process. And despite all these different styles that differ from each other, they all have one thing in common. They all require some degree of flexibility and mobility. No matter what style of martial arts that you choose to practice, they all require some good expressional form of movement. And the more fluid, the more loose that you are, the better you're gonna be at that particular martial arts style. Vice versa for your quality of life. And that's why I recommend training mobility in the form of martial arts. Not only are you improving your martial arts skills, but you're also improving your mobility, flexibility, strength, improving every aspect of your life. And since I've been incorporating martial arts mobility into my weekly routine, I saw improvement in my overall quality of life. If you sit at home, train martial arts mobility. If you stand a lot at work, train some form of martial arts mobility. Even if you have all of these things down packed where you go to the gym on a regular or you pretty much move your body, if you're not incorporating some form of martial arts mobility, then you're missing out on your body's true capabilities. Now, how can we train martial arts mobility? There's multiple different ways we can do it. If you guys been following my channel for a while, that's what we do on the channel. We do some form of martial arts mobility videos, probably like once or twice out of the month where I release new videos. But it's quite simple, guys. We'll start off with some basic stuff. For instance, like assisted kicks, assisted side kick, assisted roundhouse kick. These are martial art based exercises, right? Now, how can we make them more mobility focused? Assisted kicking circles, assisted figure eights. So not only are you improving your kicking ability, but you're also improving strength within those muscles we always talk about on my channel. The quadratus lumborum, your glutes, piriformis, quads, hip flexors. These muscles are crucial to train, not only if you want better martial arts skills, but improvement in your overall movement. So like I mentioned, assisted kicking circles. Just simply hold onto a pole, keep your leg nice and straight, the kicking leg that is. The other leg, make sure it's straight too. But you really want to emphasize that kicking leg nice and straight. Now, here's the change in detail. This one little detail will change everything. Internally rotate your hip just a little bit. So instead of having your kicking leg like a side kick, you're gonna rotate it in like a slight side slash back kick. This little change in detail is gonna create that much more tension in your QL muscles, the quadratus lumborum. So internally rotate your hip, keep your leg nice and straight. What you're gonna do from here, you're just gonna simply form circles. Big, exaggerated circles. Don't go fast, don't go too slow. However, the slower you go, the more benefit you get out of this exercise. Make sure to keep that hip internally rotated as much as possible, and just simply do this for reps. Now, how I can tell when people don't keep their leg nice and straight is the moment their kicking leg starts to slightly deviate. So it kind of becomes lazy looking because two things, they might be feeling too much tension, which is still a good thing. Or number two, they're trying to focus on so many different cues. Focus on one thing at a time, go relatively slow until you master this technique. It's crucial because that's how you truly maximize the benefit of this exercise. So assisted kicking circles should be done like this. Assisted figure eights should also be done like this. You're not just forming one circle, but you're doing like two circles and you're just forming a figure eight. Internally rotate your hip, it's gonna change everything. Keeping that leg nice and straight. So this is a martial arts mobility exercise. This is an exercise that I have my clients who don't practice martial arts train this type of movement because it's gonna improve their overall movement, strengthen those QL muscles, because we talk a lot about on my channel, those QL muscles. If you don't strengthen those muscles are very indicative of having just lower back pain. If you have lower back pain, they feel tense, weak, tight, then train more of your QL muscles. So we have assisted kicking circles, figure eights, we have isometric holds. The same principle applies. internally rotate that hip, keep that leg nice and straight. And as we just hold that kicking leg out there, we can do lifts in the process. Now, as you guys incorporate kicking lifts, keep that leg straight. How I can tell you don't keep your leg straight is if that leg kind of deviates as you go up and down. If it goes down drastically, then I can tell you're not keeping your legs straight. That's why you need to maintain a isometric hold. So keep it very straight, squeeze, keep your torso up. Think about crunching your body. And you're gonna hold that leg out and you're gonna lift up and down. Again, don't go drastically down, just go slightly down and go back up, pause briefly and repeat this for reps. And then now we can go into the 90-90 series of exercises. So we're in that 90-90 position, and that's where I like 90-90 round kicks. Of course, we talk about the steering wheel side kick, but the 90-90 round kick is a really good exercise because it puts your body in a position where you don't get a lot of leverage. That kicking leg, which is gonna be your back leg, it's not gonna be specifically at 90 degrees, more like 30, 50 degrees. You're just gonna throw a roundhouse kick. Now, as you throw your roundhouse kick, don't flex the hip, meaning don't bring your hip forward. Keep it at 30 degrees and simply throw your roundhouse kick from this position. This is gonna help you develop better strength, and of course you're gonna feel more tension in those QL muscles. So it's gonna improve lower back strength and also target part of your lats. And last but not least, you're gonna improve your roundhouse kick. Who doesn't want a better roundhouse kick? You get a crazy bang for your buck just by simply doing a 90-90 roundhouse kick. So even though we're training martial arts, we're now putting a little spin on the martial arts training by incorporating mobility. So we could do the same thing with assisted front kicks, which is a martial arts based exercise, but now we could just do a kick and lift in the process. So now we're incorporating martial arts and mobility together. So we're gonna be strengthening our hip flexors, where a lot of people, if you sit a lot or you stand a lot, you're gonna have weak and tight hip flexors. So incorporating an exercise like this will improve your strength in your hip flexors as well as your quads. Training mobility in a form of martial arts really improves your martial arts skills in every aspect of your life. No longer do you have to really just rely on weights to improve your strength or maybe do conventional style mobility exercises. We can get 2 bangs for our buck by improving our martial arts skills and our overall mobility by merging these 2 concepts together and making us better athletes and the average person's quality of life. I'm gonna give you one more honorable mention exercise, something that I kind of came up with. That's the 90-90 hip internal, external rotation with a side kick and a front kick. So all you're gonna do, be in that 90-90 position, you're gonna start by externally rotating your back leg. Then you're gonna internally rotate, but in the process of doing that, you're gonna throw a side kick, place that leg back down, and simply throw a front kick from that 90-90 position. So I advise you guys to hold your arms out like the steering wheel side kick, so that way you don't deviate as much. Because remember, holding your hands out like you're on the steering wheel is gonna help you have a sense of where your body is at. If you're veering too far off with your steering wheel, then you know you're gonna crash and you know you're probably not doing it the best. But if we keep our hands nice and steady on the steering wheel, showing control and good articulation of the hip, then you know you're gonna be having increased gains and of course, better kicking skills. Merging martial arts and mobility together is probably like one of the best things you can do. And I'm sure other instructors have done this in the past. And by any means, what I'm showing you guys is nothing new under the sun. People have done this for millennia. It's just a matter of getting this information out there. So then that way, not only will we improve people's martial arts capabilities, but every aspect of their life. Say goodbye to pain, tightness, and start merging both martial arts and mobility together. It changed my life. Now it could change yours. So make sure you guys train intelligently, carefully, and always remain intentional. That's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Most importantly, make sure you are properly subscribed. I'll see you guys next video. Peace and love as always. And now shade. Boom. We out, baby.